Hillary Clinton just wrapping up her Women for Hillary event in Culver City, California. There she is giving the thumbs up. We need to say there were a lot of celebrities there. Everyone from Sally Fields to Sophia Bush, California's. Oh, wow, look at all those phones. That's what you see at all of these rallies, no matter who is there, no matter who the candidate is, whether it's Donald Trump. You see those cell phones being held up? Well, it's ahead of the all-important California primary. And after what many pundits called a powerful foreign policy speech yesterday, Secretary Clinton, going for the jugular, highlighting the vote Trump needs big time, the woman vote. Once again, she's claiming she'll be the Democratic nominee, regardless of yet another poll showing that she and Senator Bernie Sanders are neck and neck. Let's bring in Katrina Pierson, Trump's campaign national spokesperson, on, I guess, Katrina, the #1 thing. Give us a window into what Donald Trump will do to try and get that woman vote in bigger numbers than he's gotten so far.
Well, it's always been policy. Mr. Trump has said from the beginning that he's going to get out there and campaign for his vision to make America great again. And when you get down to it, it's jobs, the economy, and national security today. When we look all over the world, we see threats everywhere. And we see an administration, which included Hillary Clinton, that has really dropped the ball in every area possible. And Mr. Trump is going to put forth his vision. And I got to tell you, this assumption that women somehow vote based on gender in and of itself is a sexist statement. There are so many women who do support Mr. Trump, and minority women like myself who understand what it means to have government out of your life when it comes to business and even education, because that is truly what separates those who succeed and those who do not.
I get it. I get exactly what you're saying. However, if you look at the polls, and you can't pick polls that you like and ones that you don't in certain regards, and I know both candidates tend to love to do that, but the polls show she's ahead with the female vote. So will he pick a woman? Is he considering a woman as his vice presidential candidate?
Mr. Trump has said from the beginning it's not going to be anyone from your traditional political thinking, whereas you have to pick someone that can either carry a state or a certain gender or a certain race. Mr. Trump is going to pick someone that can complement him, whether it be through the political process or even espousing his vision to other groups out there. No, he's not going to pick someone just because they're a woman. And I know that the Republican Party in and of itself, through their autopsy report, says that it has to be either a woman or a Hispanic, and I reject that notion. Mr. Trump did very well, even better than Marco Rubio in some areas when it came to the Hispanic vote. And he knows this because his message is for all Americans. He doesn't want to single out certain segments of the population.
Absolutely.
He wants to bring jobs for everyone.
And it should be a meritocracy. We're big believers of that here at Fox Business. Right. Pick the best person, not somebody who checks certain boxes. But does he believe, as many women in this country do, that there is a wage gap, that women get paid less for the same job that women get paid, that men get paid?
Well, look, we're talking about someone who hired a woman back in the 80s to do a job that only men were doing at the time. So Mr. Trump was ahead of the curve a long time ago. We're also talking about a man in his large corporation has more women executives than men.
So is that a yes?
I can tell you that Mr. Trump...
He makes sure that women get paid as much, if not more, depending on their skill level?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He makes sure that people are paid comparable to their competency and their performance, and that's exactly what he wants to bring to government employees.
Mm-hmm. We give a lot of airtime to Donald Trump. He makes a lot of news. He has continued to call the media, these are his words, scum, at least some of them. He continued his critique of the media this morning, now lashing out at former friends. And that would be Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough over at Morning Joe. And now he's saying, and I believe the tweet was, I don't watch Morning Joe anymore. Small audience, low ratings. I hear Mika's gone wild and hate with hate. And Joe is Joe. They lost their way. I actually saw them this morning, and they've been very generous to you. They're calling it as they see it as each day goes by. Does that help him or hurt him when he does something like that?
Well, it helps them because this is Donald Trump. If he is being criticized unfairly, he will make sure you know about it. And Republicans have been dealing with this for a very long time. I mean, we have been decades where Republicans are constantly criticized in the media, whether it's fair or not, but they've never, ever responded. And this is Mr. Trump's way of saying, look, you know, it's great if you want to criticize me, but at least be fair about it. You know, I saw that interview as well. I was sitting in the green room, and I was kind of taken back by how Mika was fawning over Hillary Clinton's foreign policy speech, which wasn't even a speech about foreign policy.
But she has been supportive of Donald Trump. Mika was one of the original. I think he's going to do better than everybody says. Look, I don't need to get into all of that. I'm just saying that they've been extremely supportive of Donald Trump and called it as they saw it each day. But, Katrina, we've got to run. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.